You look beautiful, honestly.
We're here at Improv Boston with Edie McClurg.
Hi.
Who is part of the all-girl review. So tell people who would be unfamiliar with the all-girl review, what will you be doing tonight?
Well, all-girl review is 5 Second City alumni from Second City, Chicago, and who have all moved to Los Angeles. And I am a member of the Groundlings, and I started with the Pitchell Players in San Francisco, which was directly related to Viola Spolin and her games, and Paul Sells, etc. So we're all connected back to the mother of all improv games, Viola Spolin, and her son Paul Sells, who started Compass Players, which then became Second City, and then everything branched out from there: East Coast, West Coast, Toronto, those kind of things.
Do you continually perform improv? Is it something you keep up with in between, or do movie roles keep you?
I have used improv in every movie role that I've done, and every audition practically that I do. There's a little bit of improv in it, because I think just reading the words is, I think the only people who wouldn't allow a different take on that is David Mamet.
The very particular cadence.
Word that he's written.
If you could improvise in David Mamet's canon.
People have done that to very good effect, I think. Yeah.
Now, do people bring you in because of that, do you think, because of the improvising?
I think so. In the beginning it wasn't so much that way, but they found that I was able to add things. In Ferris Bueller's Day Off, there was a short scene in the 10th principal's office, and I was doing the lines, and it was the line that goes, the dweebies, the dickheads, sportos, bloods, jocks, they all adore him. He's very popular, and that's the way the line ended. And when I went into audition for John Hughes, I added, they think he's a righteous dude, because I thought that would be good in a Chicago accent. So the dude came out really funny, and he smiled and looked at the casting person, and I felt that I had, if I was not with the job already, it was on the way.
But it has to be gratifying that in a lot of movies where you'll have a 5-minute scene, that's what people remember.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, that's pretty memorable. Every Thanksgiving it plays somewhere on your cable TV.
Do you get tired of people quoting your own?
Is this being taped?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
You can go by if you want to.
Oh, I know.
Oh, okay.
She's great. She played the part of Grace in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
We just talked about.
Oh, you might not know me, but I've done thousands of national commercials.
And she's from Second City.
From Second City.
This is for a local comedy blog. If you want to introduce yourself. And
hi! I'm Mary Wattell. I'm having an Altoid before I go on stage.
Yeah,
because I'm going to probably make out with this one.
I'm gonna.
This is the kind of backstage stuff you don't get from the other media outlets.
I'm going to have me a Ricola pretty soon, because I need it myself.
But
where were we?
I was asking you, do you enjoy it when people come up and they must quote your lines to you frequently?
I think it's a tribute. That I was memorable in some way in their life, and I met with goodwill everywhere I go, practically. I've very rarely had anybody, say your poop doesn't stink. So,
which would be a strange thing for somebody to just walk. Or I bet you
think your poop doesn't stink. And they're usually the disgruntled, failed parts of the human race who are just not caring anymore.
Have you gotten to see any of the other acts or any of the other shows so far?
No, because I've been out promoting the Women in Comedy Festival, so this is my first chance to even get in the building.
How did you hear about the festival? Who submitted?
One of our group, Kathleen Campbell, has been going through and looking for places that we might like to play. We did the Second City 50th anniversary. Did 2 shows there, and sold out. Just hot stuff, and so we kind of got the itch to branch out. We do a monthly show, because we are women after all. And at the Fanatic Salon in Venice, California, and our fearless leader, Jane Morris, is it's a married couple. Jeff Machowski and Jane Morris from Second City started this Fanatic Salon, and we do the all-girl review there the third Friday of every month, and we have for about 3 years now. Which is amazing in Hollywood, where people come, go, allegiances fail, opportunities arise, and they leave others behind. It's that kind of, but I think the improvisers community is one of great heart and goodwill toward one another, and those that aren't, they feel, you know, the cold shoulder, you know. So you have to support always on stage, and if you deny and you know, make someone look bad, it gets around.
Have you played in Boston before?
Never, no. I came for one visit when my nephew was in MIT getting his engineering degree, and he, you know, he loved it and he wanted to show it to me. So I came and did I was actually on a television show at the time. It had been for 3 years, so I had a PR firm, and they booked me, and I said, I want to go to Cleveland and see this person, I want to go to Boston and see this person, so if I can get me on like a morning show or something like that, that would be great.
Have you enjoyed the city so far? Have you gotten to see anything, or just from the window?
It reminded me an awful lot of Chicago. We were just in Chicago in November for the 50th anniversary of Second City, and it was wonderful because every face that ever came through Second City that's famous on television and film was there. Everybody showed up.
I saw the list for that. I don't know, how do you get all of those people
It's amazing.
on stage in one night?
Well, they had several stages, that's great, and then we had a big banquet, and we had 2 banquet rooms because one wouldn't hold it, and they had a huge screen. So after we ate, if you weren't, you know, in the audience, then you got to watch the whole show on the screen, and it was great.
Was there anybody you were surprised that showed up, that you were...
No, everybody who should have been there was there.
Anybody you were especially happy to see?
I'll tell you, Jim Belushi and his son did a scene about this wonderful old poet, Dylan Thomas, about the White Horse Tavern where he died sitting right there. And so what Jim used to do a scene as the young guy with an older guy in the show, and it might even have been his brother John, and he did the scene, and then he was doing the scene, you know, playing John's role to his son. And his son is great, and he is very handsome, very handsome. He is going to be a huge star.
What's his first name?
I don't remember, because
Sorry to
I'm
put you on the spot.
superannuated myself, and I forget lots of things.
Well, we're glad to have you here in Boston,
Thank you.
and thank you very much for taking the time to speak with me. Appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you.